We're at 7 Grand, our favorite whiskey bar in San Diego, and we're going to learn how to make the perfect Manhattan.
Afternoon, gents. I'm Brett Winfield, and General Manager at 7 Grand San Diego here in North Park. We're going to make a cocktail today and talk a little bit about styles of cocktails. So when you're thinking about cocktails, there's 2 different families, essentially. They can be broken down into a million different categories, but at the base, there's just 2. So you've got aromatics, and then you've got sours. The basic aromatic is going to be an old-fashioned. So an aromatic is essentially sugar, bitters, and then a base spirit. And combined in any different array of spirits, different bitters, different sweeteners, you arrive at a different cocktail every time. So, and then the sours are going to be a base spirit with a citrus and a sweetener component. So essentially the difference is there's no bitters in a sour and there's no citrus in an aromatic. So for the Manhattan, very simple drink. Got your mixing glass. You can use anything that you have that you can stir something in at home. And then you're going to use bitters. For the Manhattan, Angostura is the classic bitters of choice. So just a couple dashes of that. And I think that was about 3 or 4. And you basically just want to like make a little coating on the bottom of the glass. Okay. And then you want to take your sweetener, essentially. This is vermouth, Carpano Antica. It's an old style formula vermouth. It's a little bit sweet, some great aromatics. So this is going to be your sweetener component. And for the 7 Grand recipe, we do 2 ounces of spirit to 1 ounce of vermouth. Okay. So our 1 ounce of vermouth.
So I could use a different sweetener.
You could use a different sweetener. It wouldn't be a Manhattan, but it would be a different aromatic drink. Okay. You could use, if you wanted to keep it a Manhattan, you could use any different rouge vermouth or red colored vermouth. Gotcha. If you switched it to a white vermouth or say like an Italian fortified wine or something like that, it would change the drink, but it would still be in that aromatic style. So then we use rye whiskey in our Manhattans. So Wild Turkey 101 rye, one of our favorite ryes here. 2 ounces of that. Again, adding ice last because you want to control the dilution of the drink. Get our spoon. You can use any spoon. You could use a knife if you wanted to, a skewer, whatever you have at your house. And you just want to top that up with ice. And then this one, since it doesn't get served on ice like the old-fashioned does, we're going to start a little bit longer because you want to get that perfect dilution that you weren't trying to get with the old-fashioned because it was sitting on ice and it would continue to dilute as it sat in the glass, as you held it in your hand. So this one's traditionally served up. You can serve it on the rocks, however you want. Cocktails are really about how you like them. If someone tells you, oh, you can't serve that like that, they're just wrong because you can have it any way you want it.
So how long do you stir this drink?
This one is about 30, 45 seconds, I want to say. And our bartenders don't really count. It's kind of, we've all been doing it for a long time, so it's kind of a feeling for us. But 30, 40 seconds, I feel like you'll be just about right. And this one, I always like to take a straw and taste. You can take a little sip with your spoon if you want to. Just straw for hygienics at the bar. That's nice. Alrighty, so got our glass. It's a coupe glass, really any type of glass works. If you're at your house, you can just use a normal tumbler or water glass, it's fine. The purpose of the stemware is so that you hold it by the stem so that you don't warm up the drink. But it's, this is all about you. However you want to do it, go for it. And then we're just gonna strain that off, right like that. And then, so we garnish ours with maraschino cherries. Just put them in like that. You could do an orange twist, you could do a lemon twist, you could do whatever you want. Traditionally, we feel it's a cherry though. So there's a Manhattan. Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye.
you.